on too.
Yes, and I think you'll be surprised by how high the voltage is from that eel, despite its small size.
Let's test it out. What we want to do now is move the eel onto this plastic tarp to test the power of the eel's shock. And I'm still wearing my rubber gloves. This is a metal net. I don't want to touch this with my bare hands. So we need the eel to be, and we have essentially an oscilloscope, a device that will measure the power of the eel's shock.
What I need you to do here, Zeb, is touch the very front of the head of the eel with this electrode, and similarly with that electrode.
Okay.
And that should provoke a strong discharge. And the idea is that we'll capture that, and from the waveform on the oscilloscope, we can read off the voltage in volts.
Put simply, the device measures the electricity traveling between the eel's head and tail as it shocks.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Is it on? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Got it.
So you see the waveform? And so you can count the divisions here. Every division is 100 volts. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and
550 volts from an eel this size.
Yes.
So a 2-foot eel is generating a shock of 550 volts. Can it cause a shock where you get thrown backwards?
Oh yeah, I mean many times I've touched them and been, it's painful and unpleasant.
I'm used to electricity with wall sockets and car batteries and high voltage wires. This is a fish that can generate 550 volts. Should we get this guy back in the water?
Yep, let's get him back.
There he goes.
This is where the work.
We've caught and measured the voltage from a small eel to try to catch bigger eels. Bigger and bigger eels, and measure whether or not the shock of the eel is proportional to its size. I've heard that people around here know how to catch electric eels, so I'm going to see if I can find any fishermen. What's the biggest you guys have ever seen?
Por aqui já o pescando mesmo, já eu acho que ele dava a faixa de 2,5 metros por aqui.
8 feet long, so like from me to him?
Já.
Bigger than this bench, so about like that.
This is It is by far the biggest eel I've heard about. So I want these fishermen to take me out and catch a true monster.
So we divide into 2 teams. We're both going to go out and try slightly different methods to fish eels and see who can catch the biggest eel. What we're going to do is we have, it looked like about 10 hooks. 10 hooks, each with about 10 feet of line. We're using pretty small pieces of bait. They like to swallow their prey whole, so even a large like eat a fish much larger than this. Better if the water. On the hook. So this tree's almost going to fight like a rod would with some bend. So marking each tree so we can find it when we come back. We're moving on to the next spot. It's just tree after tree. It's our last bait in 2 different spots, here and around.
A fresh. These, believe it or not, deliver a blow to heal wound.